Hey everyone, this is Christian and Corey, and this is our review of Naruto Chapter 582.
Our chapter opens up when we get to see the super awesome Uchiha technique, the Izanami. Fuck no, we don't get to see that. We get to see Kabuto doing some really cool new sage techniques. We get to see the Muki Tensei, where he basically has all the pillars and everything in this cave just come down right on Itachi, and they just impale him from so many different angles, and it is so satisfying, and it's so awesome. But before he can even get a chance to get at Sasuke, Itachi uses his Susanoo to actually protect him from all of those pillar attacks.
And it's at this time Sasuke used Amaterasu to make a ring of black fire all around them and saves them from Kabuto getting any closer. And it's at this point we see Itachi tell Kabuto, hey man, you're just like me. You got no past, you're just a loner. And he's like, you know what? Actually, I'm nothing like you. And then into the flashbacks we go.
It's just like it happened yesterday.
On the flashbacks we go, and we see Kabuto as a little boy, and he has some blood coming down from his head, and this ninja nun comes by and does ninjutsu all over his face. Actually, no, it's just a healing jutsu and stops the bleeding. And they take him back to the orphanage, where all the other orphans are, and Kabuto gets a Kabuto on his head, and then they name him Kabuto, because they are that original.
She then slaps him on the wrist with rulers.
We also hear that the nunnery is going through some hard times, man. The economy sucks even in Ninja World. And then Kabuto feels bad because he's like sneaking around and listening to the door. And then as the nuns are leaving, they open the door and Kabuto's like, oh, I'm sorry. And they're like, what are you doing up past your bedtime, bitch? Oh. Kabuto's like, oh, I'm sorry. And then they ask him to read the time, and they see he needs glasses because he can't, focus and see the what time it is. And this is pretty much where the flashback comes to an end, right? Yeah, and then we go back to the cave, and Kabuto is like, my name is a code, and my glasses are a tool, and I am nothing. So what did SuperKamiGuru think of Naruto Chapter 582? My personal opinion is I was a little disappointed, again, that we didn't actually get any fighting except at the beginning, but it seems that we're building on all these characters and really concreting how serious this fight is going to be. Because we're just building up all these characters. Itachi's talking about what's important and showing his views, how they've changed since he's died and come back from the dead. Sasuke's just sitting there sucking up all this character development, probably, hopefully, changing him a little bit. And in retrospect, I think this chapter is a solid chapter.
I agree. I really enjoyed this chapter a lot, but that's because Kabuto is one of my favorite characters in the series, and you have to look at it in a retrospect point of view. Kabuto is one of those characters who's been around since effectively the second arc in the entire series, and we still really know nothing about him, and this is about the most solid information we've ever learned. We know that he was an orphan, and oddly enough, like most orphans, he's picked up by a nun, a ninja nun, who looks suspiciously like him, which I do think is kind of interesting. And, we get to see a lot of his character development here. Yeah, we get to learn about his code name, or his name that was given to him by these people, the Kabuto, from the Kabuto helmet. And, you get a little more of a feel for the character. You can see that he was just a normal kid at some point. What I find really interesting, however, about this is you can actually I'm kind of conflicted here, because you can see that he was kind of just a normal kid, but at some point, something's going to drive him to become this masochistic and just crazy guy who will do anything it takes to become an immortal sage. And I can't wait to see in the coming chapters when they delve into how he actually meets Orochimaru and how that's going to change his future. And, obviously the stuff at the beginning, all the pillars and everything coming down on Itachi, that was awesome.
Seemed very Jiraiya or Sage-esque, because you know how Jiraiya could turn everything into a frog's stomach, and that's how Itachi and Kisame got stuck, and we actually saw Amaterasu for the first time. And now we're seeing it in this cave with like dragon teeth, or I don't know exactly what it is. It kind of looks like a mouth.
Yeah, that's what it kind of reminded me of. Yeah. Like, it's just like they're in the maw of this giant dragon, and just seeing Itachi just get impaled from all those different angles. He's a pretty fast ninja. He's really clever, and the fact that he was able to get hit by that really shows that Kabuto's come a long way.
And he's actually bringing these things to life. He even says this is not just putting chakra in something. This is like it coming to life. So it's a really cool technique. And that is what SuperKamiGuru9000 thought of this chapter.
So this was a really great chapter for me. We finally got to learn the origins of a very important character, Kabuto, and we got a little bit of cool action. We got to see him using some cool new techniques. So this was just a great chapter for me. So we're going to give it an 8.5. Just really, really solid. And I can't wait to see more about the history of the mysterious Kabuto.
One thing I want to talk to you guys about before we head out is I did an interview with King of Lightning, another manga reviewer on YouTube. We had a really great conversation. I really hope you guys check it out. I'm sure there's an annotation up here somewhere. Please go click it and check out that video. It's like 38 minutes long, and it's a great conversation with one of my favorite new manga reviewers that I've discovered. And I hope you guys enjoy that conversation. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure and give it a big thumbs up. It always helps. It's great motivation, and it shares our videos all around YouTube. Let's just do the whole thing over.
No! Alright guys, it's time for the question of the week, and we're going to ask you about Kabuto, in particular, his past. We want to ask you guys, what is it that drove him to being such a batshit crazy murderer?
Do you think we're going to find that out next chapter, or do you think we're going to actually get some fighting next chapter? I don't know. I want to hear from you guys. Leave your comments below. Also, if you just want to tell us what you thought of this chapter, let us know too. Until next time, you guys, SuperKamiGuru9000, out.